Welcome back to Forever Unfiltered, where we talk about the messy, magical, and sometimes heartbreaking parts of being a woman. I'm Gracie, your co-host, and this is Brie.
Hi.
Today's episode will dig into what life looks like and feels like after loss, and the parts you don't necessarily see online and you don't really speak about. So let's get right into it.
Let's do it. How are you today anyway,
I'm
Gracie?
actually fantastic.
Oh, why? What have you been up to?
I went to a little Christmassy lunch with a couple
Yay.
of my colleagues and I had a few wines, so we're right on track for today. It's fantastic. I'm so happy.
I love that. And just because I'm supportive, I had some ciders as well. So
Yes.
here we
Oh,
are.
how have you been?
Good, good. I mean, yeah, as I was saying, like being a teacher, we're winding down for the year. So I'm just keen to have a bit of time off and then, just chillax
Yes, I
and,
bet.
eat
It's been
and
a
be
big
merry.
year. It has been a big
It
year.
has. Yes,
And
I
it's bloody
agree.
hot at the moment.
It's disgusting.
It's
And now I
so
have a
hot.
fly or a
Oh
bug. I
no.
don't know. This is not gonna.
Oh
Anyway,
no.
soldiering on. It's
Oh,
fine.
well, you're
I'm gonna
doing a
ignore it.
great job. You're doing a
Thank you.
great
Thank
job.
you. I'm trying really hard.
Oh, well, our first little segment of today is a story time from a listener about her journey, her loss, and now her life after loss.
Alrighty. So this is from Brooke. Thank you very much for messaging in. We kind of did it as a spur of the moment sort of thing. So thank you very much for sharing your story.
Yes.
So Brooke says, life after loss feels a bit different than when I expected. Sorry, than what I expected. My husband and I lost our first baby August 7th, 2024. I woke up feeling a bit off, but put it down to pregnancy. I was exhausted. I had bled a little bit, but I wasn't too concerned. Then an hour later, when I had started bleeding a lot, I knew something was seriously wrong.
Yeah, I feel like the bleeding thing is in pregnancy. It is really hard to decipher and figure out
It's
what it is.
terrifying.
Yeah,
Yes.
because like I don't know, the first time I bled, I was like, "Oh no, it's just implantation bleeding." Like everyone tells you you're going to have implantation bleeding and you just go, "Oh,
Yes.
it's fine." Or yeah, it's really hard to decipher the difference between
I think,
implantation and
yes.
loss because they can be so similar.
Agreed. Yes. Because yeah, even I guess yeah, for me, like it didn't wasn't what I would have thought it would have been, as
Absolutely.
a loss. Like, yeah. But anyway,
It's crazy. It's also crazy how quickly things shift from being normal to terrifying. Like,
well, yeah, it gets from 0 to 100
oh,
real quick.
it
Real
does.
quick.
It really does.
And then you're hormonal and like everything's happening and then like yeah, you go to Dr. Google and you're like, what's going and it's telling you 1,000 different
Yeah.
things.
And you start second
Um,
guessing yourself, going like,
Literally, I think
yeah,
in that moment, I think it is so important to just actually trust your gut and just go with what you think. Like if you feel like no, there's something wrong, like just go and get checked out. I feel like that's just so much easier, like for peace of mind,
yes. I
to
always
go and see a
think
professional. You
because
stop asking
we are
Google.
not professionals.
No, God, no. Oh my gosh, far from it. Far from it. Please
um,
actually go to a trained professional.
I think it's like one thing I say a lot is it's better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
think seeing someone that actually knows what they're talking about because we have no idea.
yeah,
Um,
no,
so we do not condone any medical advice from this channel.
no, definitely not. No, no.
Part two is a bit of the hospital and trauma. We went to the hospital where they confirmed that we had lost the baby. The next day they called to check in. I was still bleeding a lot and in excruciating pain. They told me to come back and I quickly deteriorated. The doctors used a I can't say this word.
Speculum?
Yes, thank you.
Speculum. The
To,
duckbill thing.
yes, the scary thing. To pull lots of tissue out of me. I was
Oh,
bleeding so much, and I spent hours in the ED feeling sick, feeling vomiting bags, and passing out. I was admitted for 6 days on 2 antibiotics. My goodness, that is terrifying. That
yeah, and I
honestly
feel
sounds
like
horrific.
I can't help it. Sometimes my face does things that I want to say, obviously, but it comes on my face, like comes out. That sounded really bad. I'm so sorry. What the? Oh,
That's going in the little snippet to post on. Sometimes
that just comes to my.
oh, that was amazing.
Okay, take two. It
Bang.
shows on my face. Oh my gosh, synonyms, Brie. Synonyms. Use your words.
I don't even know what that
Anyway,
word means.
yeah, no, I feel like everyone would have been like, "Oh my gosh," like, and then obviously there are a lot of women that will be like, "Yep, like I've been through that," or can somehow
Yeah.
understand what that would be like.
Yeah, I think people underestimate the actual medical trauma that people go through during a miscarriage. I didn't really hear a lot about miscarriages until I went through one and I actually dug a little deeper. And it's
Yes.
obviously not spoken about much. And so there isn't much advice on what's wrong, like what should be happening, what shouldn't really be happening, and
Yep.
how hard it actually is on your body. Like for one
Yeah.
day your hormones are like up here and the next they're like dropped and you are super
Yeah.
depressed
A
and
roller
like
coaster.
it's just crazy and the damage it does on your mental health as well.
I um I think I remember reading something too that said even like when you miscarry, your body actually still like how your body changes like after pregnancy, it
Yes,
apparently still goes through certain changes even though you haven't like
you're not
still even though you've had a
carrying.
miscarriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and I heard that.
obviously
Sorry, you go.
yeah. No. But yeah, like apparently um like I still need to pee all the time and it's so annoying because I'm
Yeah,
like, why? Like,
it screwed
yeah,
my
just
bladder.
oh my God. Yeah, like in that short time. So like, yeah, stupid things like that that you don't think of until
Yeah.
it's like happened.
And people saying it's just a heavy period. No, totally different. Totally
Oh,
different.
totally different.
Like,
Like,
I've
yes,
had intense periods and I've had a miscarriage. Totally different things.
yes, yes, agreed.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, next part. When we were discharged, my husband and I just felt numb. We had no idea what to expect, and it felt like the world had stopped spinning.
Ugh,
I think that is a really weird feeling walking out of the hospital for the first time after everything.
yeah.
Like you obviously see everyone else coming in and out of emergency. Like obviously, everyone's dealing with their own like problems.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, like the whole thing of I feel like this comes up so often and it's so true. Like the world continues to work as it normally does, but your life has just like shattered around you.
Oh, it's so hard. Like,
Like, how do you keep
and
going
you
after that?
I find that I obviously never said this out loud to anyone, but I hated everyone because I was like, how dare you live normally?
Yep,
And I like feel like I can't even live or survive or
literally.
breathe or talk or eat.
Yep,
I literally didn't eat for like 6 weeks because like of course I ate, but my anxiety
not
was so
properly.
high. I was like, is this food gonna kill me? And it brought on death anxiety. And so
Oh
I thought that
gosh.
I was just everything I was doing was gonna kill me. I couldn't drive, I couldn't shower, I couldn't even go to the toilet alone because I thought I was gonna die. Like so it
Feelings
was
like multiplied.
yeah, it's a lot. And
It's
leaving
yep,
that hospital knowing you just left behind your whole future is so hard. Or
yep,
whether if you did it at home, like anything like that, knowing that that's your whole future, it's really hard.
yes, I agree.
Yes.
Um, and then I guess like I don't know like how Lane would have like react. Like I know like he was so supportive, like you've spoken about that and stuff. Like obviously for them it's different to us because obviously we're the ones that physically, go they obviously go through it with us like mentally, emotionally, but it's like physically you and like as we were saying, like as soon as you find out you're pregnant, you're just like your whole world
That's
changes.
your
So
whole life.
to get it just to be like ripped out from underneath you, like it's a lot.
It is really
And
hard.
then to put on top the mental and the emotional toll that takes on you,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I think like something that really helped me, which now I feel really bad about, was like we were really focused on getting therapy for me, and because I have had a really hard time with my mental health pretty well my whole life and my
yeah,
anxiety and everything like that. And so the day we found out Kenny had passed, we were like, okay, all this mental health plan, and I got it all ready, and then Lane kind of hadn't. And so everyone was trying to look after me, and of course they were nurturing Lane and looking after Lane. But I just feel like, yeah, I feel really bad that, and I feel like I could have put a lot more time into him because, yeah,
it's,
he fed a
yeah,
lot of his energy into me, which drained
yes,
him really quickly. So,
yes.
yeah,
I think, yeah, and don't actually, like, I know even though men are meant to be like the strong part of the relationship, I think you still need to check in. Like, and obviously
absolutely.
most men aren't good with feelings. Like, yeah, I feel
Yes.
like I was the same, very like, I don't want to say self-centered, but I was just like, oh my God, like I'm
This
so
is my
sad. Like
body
my
as
world is
well.
like my life is like everything's over. Like
Yeah.
I just, yeah. So no, I completely agree with that.
Yes. And then part four, we have living with the grief. What no one tells you about life after loss is that you've just had your worst moment, but everyone keeps living as normal. And some people say things that help, others say, at least you know you can get pregnant now, which doesn't help at all. I hate when, oh, that really grinds my gears.
I I can't believe like that because we're obviously sharing Brooke's story. But obviously like I know I heard that and I know you heard that. Like I get in a way that is positive, but that's not like no, like
Yeah.
I can, but I can't. Like I didn't keep the baby. Like I don't
I
get
wasn't
to be
able
like,
to
yeah, I'm
carry.
pregnant. Like, and I got a
Yeah.
baby out of it. Like I had to go through so much trauma to,
Yeah.
kind of walk away with nothing.
Yes, that's yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, like that's great. I can get pregnant. Like,
And I
but
think being, because I'm quite young, everyone's like, you're young, you've got so much time.
oh,
And
but how
I'm
much
like,
more trauma does one person want to have to go through? Kind of like,
exactly. And like, because so my siblings are like 20 plus years older than me. And so them having children, like my nephew's 16, like he's only 3 years younger than me. It's crazy.
I know.
But I want my children to have cousins that they grow up with because I was like born so much younger than all my
Yeah,
cousins and family. I never grew up with my siblings, my cousins, because they're all in their like
older.
20s before I was
Yeah,
even a toddler. Like, so yeah,
yeah.
I really want my children to be able to grow up with their cousins because all my nephews and nieces are super duper close. So yeah, I that's something that I really want, and I've always wanted to be a parent. So
Yes.
yeah, it's really hard when people say, "Oh, you're still young," or "Oh, you've got plenty of time," or "At least you can get pregnant," or "Everything happens." Shut the fuck up! Shut up! No one
Yeah,
wants to
it's
hear
not
what you just
helpful.
said. No one wants to hear that.
No, it's not helpful.
No.
No.
Yes.
Um, and then Brooke says, we're now planning when we want to try again. The fear of losing another child is there. It won't go away, but I know together we will be okay. I think that's
Oh,
lovely.
that is
But I
really
totally get
lovely.
that. Like
It's
the what ifs.
terrifying.
The what ifs.
Yeah, and I think that kind of leads us to like pregnancy after loss as well. Like yeah, after I had my miscarriage at about 6 weeks, I was like really nervous to get pregnant again. But all my doctors were like, everything's gonna be fine. usually happens. Like, usually miscarriages are really common, and they say 1 in 4, but I'm sure it's more than that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah. So I was like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. And then it was get to 6 weeks. Make sure your HCG is doubling actually. Get to 6 weeks, get to 8 weeks, get to 10 weeks, get to 12 weeks. Okay, I'm at 16 weeks, everything's going okay. Like,
yeah.
and then bang. So
I
it's
mean,
just like
no,
I just
that's
don't even
yeah.
know how I'm going to mentally even be present when I even consider another pregnancy.
I think
But
yeah, you would just like yeah. I don't know. Like I'm like much older than you, and I think yeah, for me, I literally said like I don't know. Yeah, mentally, like if I want to ever have to go through that because when um like obviously after it all happened, I literally just was like, I don't think I can go through that. Like I want to, but I
yeah,
don't know if I mentally, like I think I was talking to a friend of mine and I was like, I think I would literally just crumble. Like I
yeah,
think I would end up at a like in a mental institution, like if that happened again.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
because I'd already lost a tube at this point. So it's like and then like that takes me to like when I had my checkup, like 6 week checkup or whatever after my surgery with the, the gyno or whatever.
yeah.
And then going back to that same spot where all the pregnant people are. And I just remember I was standing in the line and I remember just literally looking around and I could feel myself like trying not to crack. And I was like, oh
It's
my gosh,
so
like
hard.
I need to get out of here. And I
Yeah,
walked up and I just remember being like, don't cry, don't cry. Um, like I'm a grown ass woman, but I'm literally standing in the middle of this fucking hospital being
yeah.
like, don't cry, don't cry. And then I went up to the admissions
Which
woman
is
and I
so
said,
normal. It's so
I
normal.
literally had my Medicare card there and I just went, look, here, 9:30. I said my name, you know, rah, rah. The woman that was like next to me at the counter was having a joke with the nurse, like saying, I think it was her second. And she's like, oh, yeah, like you're going to try, like, you're going to try again, blah, blah, blah. Three's probably enough, all the rest of it. And I was just like, I
I
need
can't
to
even have like I just can't catch a
I'm
break.
literally like, can we just get me out? Like, I just need to go. Anyway, the
Yeah.
woman's like, yeah, no worries. Like, if you just take a seat, like, over wherever it was. Thank God it wasn't in the same section. I mean, you could still see people, but it
It
was
made
around
me
like,
sick.
it's,
It actually made
yeah,
me feel so sick.
it's, and then going in, I literally waited an hour and a half in that hellhole.
It
Um,
really feels like you're locked in a room of hell.
Legit. And I was just like, oh my God, like, please just hurry up. Like, I know there's people before me, but I'm like, it's 9:30 in the morning. And by this point, it was after 10:30.
Yeah.
Why am I like, how many people have been here that are like running late? Like, anyway, so then
Yeah.
I went in, my appointment went for like 3 minutes. The lady, like, she
Oh
was
my
lovely, don't get me
god.
wrong. But by that point, I was kind of being really blunt. And I
As
was
you
like,
should.
she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you. Like, and she's like, oh, I printed you a pamphlet about ectopic pregnancies. And
Keep
literally
it.
it was like, what is it? What to expect? And I'm like, lady,
I've
I've
already
already been,
been
why
through
are
that.
you giving me this? Like, I'm like, I've Googled that all. Like, thank you. I'm very well aware of, what happened to me.
Yeah.
And then she looked at my scars, like where they did the laparoscopy or whatever. I went, no, no, that's all good. Um, take care. You can start getting pregnant again, after your first period, blah, blah, blah. Um, it's a high risk it might happen again. So please make sure you come back. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? Like,
Oh
yeah. So I was like,
my.
that made me
That
go, well,
just.
why would I want
What?
to do this again? Like, oh, you might just lose your other tube and never be able to have children, but like have a great life. Like, thanks.
Oh my
I
goodness.
literally have never wanted to. I was just like, lady, just dig me a hole and like put me in
Yeah.
it. Get me
That
out
is
of
so
here.
sad. That is.
And I
Why
just,
would she say anything
I
like that?
don't know. Like,
That's
she was
horrible.
very sympathetic and stuff,
Well,
but I'm just literally like, I was literally in there, I reckon not even 5 minutes.
that's
I
insane.
think I nearly flew out of that place. Like,
You're on ice skates.
I literally was like, just
Flying.
get me the hell
Yeah,
out of
that's
here.
terrifying.
Like,
But like that she said that, I from a doctor or midwife, whatever
whatever she
that
was.
person was, um, yeah, needs better training, I think. Better
It's,
people
yeah.
skills.
I was like, this
Read
pamphlet
the
would be
room,
handy
woman.
6 weeks
Read the
ago, but
room.
yeah, not anymore. But thank you. Like,
Yeah,
I was so blunt and I can't probably a bit rude. Like, I feel a bit bad, but also at the same time, I was like,
deserved.
lady, I'm not in the mood.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
but like, how, yeah, like with you, like, I know you said like seeing like a therapist, um,
yeah.
you know, that
I
sort of
think
thing.
for me, life after loss was pretty traumatic. Because I was recovering from birth and I'd had a small procedure after it.
Yep.
And during the birth, I was like deteriorated quite quickly. My pulse was through the roof. I was like, yeah, it was. Listen to the last two episodes and you'll get a bit more of an understanding
Yes.
and idea of
Yes, we do share full length stories.
very full length. We were like, oh
Yes.
yeah, 35 minutes. Oh, it's like an hour and 20 minutes or
Whoops.
something.
But it's, yeah, it
It's
needed to be.
us. So
Yes. I agree.
yes. So yeah, it was recovery for me. And my mental health went straight out the door that day.
As it, yeah,
Yeah, and I
understandable.
was terrified. I don't know what it was, but somehow like I ended up with death anxiety. I got diagnosed with extreme death anxiety, so I thought as I said earlier, I couldn't go to the toilet, I couldn't shower, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink nothing. I could not do anything alone because I'm like, what if this kills me? It was
Yep.
actually so embedded in my mind that I could not even drink like a bottle of water like that had been totally closed shut. I could not drink that because
Yep.
someone's put something in it and I'm gonna die. Like it
Oh,
was just
the mind isn't a weird thing
it's
like that.
oh it's honestly
Like,
horrible
yeah,
and everyone keeps messaging me going, how did you lose so much weight? And it's like genuinely I don't want to promote it because it wasn't how it should. I didn't do
yep,
it to lose weight. I just mentally couldn't eat, couldn't do
yep,
anything.
yep.
Like it was just yeah, it's really hard and I'm obviously feel better in myself now that I go to the gym and look after my body, but that wasn't the way to do it. Um
No, no.
so yeah, I think I was going to the hospital every like literally twice a week. I would get taken in an ambulance to the hospital because I would have like shooting pains down my arms, everything that would replicate a heart attack or a stroke. Like half my face would go really numb. It's just all these really real symptoms that you don't ever
Yep,
think of.
yep.
Yeah, so I was going to the hospital and then I seen this really, really, really lovely male doctor and he like felt my legs for blood clots because I thought I had a blood clotting disease. He felt my leg for blood clots and then he sat down with me and he's like, me and my wife have been through this quite a lot.
Oh,
And we've finally just had our little baby girl, but like that he went through this whole thing with me and told me how hard it was for his wife and like how she had to focus on herself and her mental health and everything before like they even considered
oh, yep,
anything
yep,
again and yeah, it was
yep,
just really nice. He validated everything that I was saying and he's like, my wife don't like felt the exact same way. You're not crazy. Like this is
yep.
going to
It's
happen.
just,
Like
it's part of, like, yeah, for some people like yourself, it's just part of it.
yeah, and I
As horrible
would
as that is.
yeah, it's honestly horrible. Like a
Yeah,
big
no,
fuck you to the human body because who thought that that was a good idea?
yes, like, yeah,
Genuinely,
why is my brain doing
who
this to
thought that that
me?
was a
Like,
good idea?
oh my
Yeah,
God.
so that all kind of happened, and then I started seeing a psychologist about a month after, maybe, yeah, about a month after Kenny had passed and everything had happened. And I got really anxious because I was constantly watching my blood pressure and my heart rate because I was scared I had a blood clotting disease or my heart was like something was happening with my heart because I thought I was having a stroke or a heart attack. And so
Gosh.
I was constantly watching that, and she's like, Gracie, you know that like when you're anxious, and because you're constantly anxious at the moment, your blood's
It,
pumping faster to go to the big muscles in your body because that's how, in like I don't even know what it's called, the Stone Age, like they needed
yep.
fight or flight, and like,
Yeah, like your
yeah,
adrenaline.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
all your blood pumps to your big muscles so you can run or fight or whatever it is. that's why your heart's racing so fast. It's not because you're in
Yeah.
danger. It's literally to help you. Like,
Yeah.
so it's actually, that's the best analogy I got from her. Was, yeah, saying that your body's meant to do that. Your heart's meant to pump that hard. Your heart's meant to pump that fast. Like, it's normal when you are under that much stress or have that much anxiety. Um, yeah.
Yes.
How do you think life after loss has looked for you?
I've not seen or spoken like to any like medical professionals. Like I'm very lucky that I have a midwife, as a very good friend of mine.
That's nice.
I don't like to like to dump on her, obviously. Oh my gosh. Annalise said I don't like to dump on her. Why
Oh
do
my
we
god!
keep doing this?
This is going in another cart for the promo.
Trauma
And it
dump. Oh
keeps
my god, I
singing.
just said what the fuck?
Before when you
Stop.
said
How do I get it to
before when
stop?
you said
Stop.
load on my face, it went on your face.
Okay. I don't like to trauma dump on her. Oh my gosh. Um, I'm not going to be able to take myself seriously
Okay,
anymore.
what's
Fuck's
another?
sake.
I don't like to dump
Um,
my trauma on her. There we go.
yes, I
Okay,
don't like to dump my trauma onto her. Yes.
okay, let's go.
Um, so, oh fucking hell. Um, yeah. So, but I'm very lucky that I have a lot of people I can like talk to and like I guess like when you post stuff, I only posted it on my Instagram and stuff about like what I'd kind of been through. And so many people had messaged being like, oh my God, I've been through that as well.
It's
Like
crazy.
in some form of another. And it like all these people just, sorry, like all these women just started messaging me being like, yep, like I totally get like what you're, and I think through like social media, it's been like helpful. Like it's not a therapy session, obviously, but it's still kind of
Oh, for me,
unloading.
it feels like a bit of a therapy session.
Yeah,
Like
like
it
unloading
actually does.
all of that with women that have actually kind of been through the same process. Like I know you can
Yeah.
be empathetic, towards people if you don't
Yes.
know what they've been through. But I guess if you haven't been through it, then you really well, you can't understand. But I guess you also wouldn't want to understand because I would never want, people to have to go through that.
Yeah.
Um,
But
Obviously that's going to continue to happen.
yeah.
So
Do you feel free to not answer this, but do you notice how your relationships with like either your partner or your friends or anything like that may have changed?
I've always been, I guess, very withdrawn. Like when I was younger, I read a lot. I listened to music like by myself. Um, I tend to, yeah, kind of go into a bit of a like a hole and like I don't really want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think, and I get like you get in your head. I'm just like, people don't want to hear this, like, it's
Yeah.
depressing.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I'm
yeah,
a really
so I
awkward person as much as people probably don't think I
yes.
am.
And it's like, how do
But
you even
I'm
start
quite
that
an awkward
conversation?
person and don't like to speak to people about things that's going on in my life. I like to
No.
fill everyone else's cup before I consider filling mine. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's
Yes.
hard.
Yeah. Um, and then yeah, like, um, as I said, like, a lot of men don't, want to share their feelings kind of thing. So it's like, where do you kind of start that conversation?
Yeah.
Um, but I think just kind of being present and like there for each other. Like I think what Brooke said, like, um, what was it? Like, I know together we will be okay. Like I think just knowing you have that backup.
Yeah. And it's nice to have a foundation that's so strong. Like,
Yes.
because
Agreed.
obviously your relationship is the foundation to the child. So having
Yes.
a
You want
really
that to be,
strong foundation for
yes,
whatever outcome is really important.
I agree.
Um, and I find
Uh,
that grief shows up recently for me. I've noticed that it's not always present. Um, and it shows up in waves, not just in a straight line. It's just not just
yeah.
constant. Um, I think I worked with my therapist a lot about my mental health, like my anxiety and my panic attacks. We worked on that a lot. Um, and now we're starting to work on grief, and that's where I find, like, for the day or two after I see her fortnightly, and for the
Yep.
day or two I like actually can't compute anything that's happening. Like, it's really hard after speaking about it,
It's a lot.
and trying to
Like,
sit there and not cry, even though you're totally allowed to cry, but I am just
gotta
very
be strong.
awkward and
Yeah.
just sitting there and I'm like like, it's really hard. But yeah, it's definitely around the Christmas time as well, where everyone's like, oh, I did Elf on the Shelf for my daughter or
I
my son, or
know.
I like, I'm going Christmas shopping for my children while their grandparents have them, or blah blah blah. Like, it's really hard.
The things like, yeah, that should have been.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
always
No, I'm
like,
exactly the
I
same.
read a book, and it's My Little Jelly Bean or something like that. I don't know if
Oh,
you've seen their quotes on, like, TikTok. I've seen a lot of their quotes, and Lane bought me the book. But it's like
yeah.
little quotes. I'll bring it to the next episode.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
But there's, yeah, little quotes about, like, I wonder what color hair, what eyes, what smile,
Oh,
like, what features would you have of your mum and dad? Like, it's always I
yeah.
wonder. And so yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard.
I actually um like I think yeah, like again, social media, like I do follow a lot of pages now from like Instagram, like of grief and, self-care and that sort of thing.
Yes.
But I remember there was one that I saw and I went, I'm just getting it up on my phone now. And this man is saying like, oh sorry, this woman said her mum had died and then she started crying, like she's like
Hmm.
on TV. I think it's Oprah or something.
Yeah.
Um, and he says grief is a very living thing. It visits at random and you can't schedule it,
Oh,
which is
yes.
so true because and then he says like I, try to keep myself busy. I tried to go to work all the time, like working more.
You're
You know,
going great today, sweetie.
thank you, honey. I'm trying my best. Oh my lord.
It was
Yeah,
the
he says he tries
ciders.
to keep himself busy, like to, keep his mind off things, but then he says it waited for me to finish.
Oh,
Like, it's so true because, like, yeah, you do. I know
yeah,
me, especially, like, try to do these things to keep myself occupied. Like, I'd
absolutely.
just start cleaning, or I'd be like, oh, I need to clean out my cupboards. Like, and then it's just, you stop for a minute and then it all kind of catches up.
And it's could be in the most random place. Like, literally, I could be cleaning out my cupboard, not a baby clothes, like nothing inside, and I'm like, oh my god, like, it's
Yep.
really
And then
overwhelming
it
me, and now I
hits.
miss my baby.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
like, because I obviously we all do have the clothes that we gave birth or miscarried or whatever in, and I was literally
Yep.
like looking through my pajama drawer for pajamas last night, and I seen
Yep.
like the shirt and the pants, and I was like, again, like, I never want to see them in my life.
Yep.
Like, I want to keep them forever, but I never want to see them again.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
yes, it's
It is.
definitely
Yes, it is one of
difficult.
those things. I think you have to kind of let yourself feel those feelings as well. Like,
Yes.
um, yeah, like if you're driving and you need to cry, like please pull over the car. But
Yeah.
like I know I've done that so many times. Like someone says something on the radio or a song comes on, and then it's just like, oh gosh, like, and then I'm just blubbering, like I'm a blubbering mess.
Yes, that happens to me all
I'm
the time.
in the middle of the shopping center, like, oh gosh, like don't cry. Like I'll walk past the baby aisle, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like no, don't
Yeah.
cry in the middle of Woolworths, like
Yeah.
you
That
know.
actually happened to Lane and I. It was
Oh,
probably nearly a month after Kenny, or maybe even less, after Kenny had passed, and we were going through the shops. And when we announced like our pregnancy, we